Welcome to the Eli Farney Show. Hi. Welcome back to the Eli Farney Show. I'm sure this is a little weird. You're actually seeing my face. I'm pretty sure everyone that follows this has seen my face, but if you haven't, now you have a face to the voice. Hopefully I'm as cute as you imagined I would be. So this is going to be episode 8, and it's on a Wednesday. Means we'll probably go and have another episode on Sunday. So, 2 episodes this week. What a win. I'm sure that I'm going to have a little bit of trouble, or I'm just going to have to ease into this new format, and I'm trying something new. To be honest, I like being able to sit in my closet and not have to be on camera, not have to have everything be visualized. But I'm sure that some people just honestly like to see your face and see you when you're talking. So we're going to try this out. If you guys like it, definitely let me know. If you like the other stuff too, then maybe I'll keep doing kind of a mix of both. Because I just think it's fun. It doesn't take, super long to be able to do it and edit it all together. It's just kind of a fun thing. So, part of what I wanted to talk about today is just kind of reiterate why I have a podcast. I have a podcast for my own creative outlet. So, I like to post it to social media and share it with other people because I think it's a value. I think that there's something interesting in what I'm saying. And I think that if you spent the time listening to it, that you would actually enjoy it. It might just poke your brain into a thought. And the reason I do that is because I'm a really deep thinker. I'm always thinking all the time. And so I would love to have just 15, 20 minutes of something to think about, something to chew on. And I'm sure that it's definitely been a lot of just me outletting my own emotional stuff is a lot of what I've spent time talking about, because the podcast has become just a great outlet. It's great to be able to have something that no one's forcing me to do, no one's asking me to do, but I want to do all on my own. And I like that it's able to adapt and change and grow. As far as right now, I'm actually doing really good. I've got, my day-to-day just feels a little better. I'm getting more comfortable with a lot of the things that I'm doing, especially self-tapes and auditioning. It's becoming more and more second nature, even having multiple auditions to do in a day or doing extra auditions to get ahead of it, because ideally, I don't want to write the deadline on it. If it's due at 10 a.m., I don't want to be doing it right in that morning unless I absolutely have to. If I'm, out of town or don't have time up until then. But ideally, I want to get it done at least the day before. And at the same time, I like to sleep on whatever role I'm getting ready to do. I like to sleep on it for at least one night, because you get a lot of these ideas right at the beginning when you first read the scene or read the script, and sometimes I think that you can kind of just go off your instinct. You get in this go mode, and even if it's the very first time you're reading it, you can just see it and be like, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is the choice that I'm going to make. And there's no real point in sitting around and wasting too much time once you've found a good, bold choice. I mean, one of the people that I respect most in my field is Chris Freihofer. He's a casting director. He'd hate the fact that I'm saying his name, but he is an amazing guy. And I just saw a video of his that he mentioned that same thing, that most people don't make big choices. And so for me, I've just been trying to focus on, letting my own inspiration come to me and be like, what do I think it would be? I also think about an interview I saw with Keira Knightley. She was talking about how none of the Jack Sparrow things that none of the things that Johnny Depp did with Jack Sparrow, his mannerisms, his movements, were necessarily in the script. It's just lines, right? But he decided that that's how he could play it. That's how it could flow through him. And so I want to be able to take even a one-line part, or even something, that's not a lead role and all the amazing stuff. I still want to let that be. I want to be fully committed to it, and I want to, make some kind of impact as far as what I would do, because that's my creativity. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. And for better or for worse, if it's wrong, it's wrong, but the truth is, there really is no wrong. There's just what they are looking for, and maybe not exactly what they're looking for. Another really important thing Chris has said is that they're always on your team. So if everyone is ultimately on my side, that feeling of, well, they probably didn't like it, I'm probably not good enough, that's not a rational part of you. That's not a smart part of you that's telling you that. Like, that's just your fear, and it's the devil, ultimately. I mean, it's however you want to call it. It's some kind of force that's out to get you and pull you down, and it comes from inside you, just like the forces that want to lift you up come from inside you too. Here's a funny thing. I got a lot of inspiration to do this podcast, and I sat down in this chair and I thought, I just sat and started talking, and I had a lot of ideas, and I had a lot of, things that I wanted to I was just coming right out of me. And then I get it set up, and it's not always that easy. But the point of this really was just to try out the new format, and to get you guys to see my face and see if this is a better setup, if it's more relatable to get to see me actually talking and thinking out loud, and see all of the things that I probably would want to edit out and be like, no, it's not perfect. Like, it's me. It's unapologetically me, and it's okay for it to not be perfect. It's okay for it to need to grow, and for there to be more to come. It's perfectly fine. Thank you for everyone that's been on that journey with me. Even if it sounds stupid and cringy, thank you. It means a lot to me that something that I'm doing out of my own passion and creative joy is something that other people want to follow and support. That's all I really care about. I'm truthfully not in this to become TikTok famous, or become an influencer, or to have the biggest podcast in the world, to make a bunch of money off my podcast, or anything like that. It's also not something, it's not just my own personal journal either. Like, I have my journal that I write my own kind of stuff. This is meant for other people. It's meant for engagement. Ultimately, it's meant to be able to draw people for me to bring on the show, and I've already had people that want to be on the show, and part of me feels bad that I'm not able to do it just yet. But the reality is, this is my microphone, and we'll find workarounds. You know what I mean? We'll find out what we can do, but maybe just a little bit of time, and then eventually I'll be able to actually bring on guests. But like I said, I like it how it is too. I like just kind of having a space to be able to talk and think and let my mind run wild a little bit, because I carry a lot of cognitive energy, a lot of potential energy, just waiting for someone to talk to. And it's part of why I like, smoking weed, is because it makes conversation. And I get it. Some people like going to parties, or they're going to clubs, or just going out and drinking, but it's loud and I can't get a drink, and I don't know. I get the idea, but when I sit and share a joint with somebody, like, we actually sit and talk, and a lot of our barriers go away, and we're willing to just sit and have a real conversation. That's always been way more appealing, because I always seem to have a lot on my mind. It's interesting doing it completely unscripted. Some might say that I should write more of a script, but and I don't have a production team right now. So maybe one day I'll get someone who can look at the camera and someone who can check the audio levels and someone to do the editing and somebody to, run the whole production and all kinds of things. But who knows? Like I said, that's all just if it were to happen, amazing. You know what I mean? My definite main focus is I want to continue to just do acting. That is the best way that I can use my talents. I'm grateful for my voice, and I'm grateful that I can use my voice to help share stories. But I also I love being a part of all the other creative processes, whether it's theater or film or even a commercial or anything, it's what I'm made to do. And so I'm trying to just enjoy it. Just enjoy all the opportunities that I have. It is interesting. Sometimes I do kind of wonder, like, what exactly I'm trying to do with this, or like if someone's listening, are they kind of getting the sense? Because I've had some people even ask, like, I don't know, what's the point? You know what I mean? And I just like it. I really do. I mean, I enjoy making them, and I enjoy listening to myself, because I know it's not all gems in my head. Not everything I say is gonna be brilliant, and that's part of why we got to get some other people on here. But I like giving myself a space to just think and just improv it. Just see what happens. See what will come to my mind, and then getting to go back and listen to it, and it's just raw thoughts from my perspective. My aunt said that she listened to it and she's like, well, that's so Eli. And I'm glad. That makes me happy. That's kind of the whole point of it, is just like, it's just something interesting to listen to. It's just it's something that I've created. It's a put together thing that I made, because a lot of what I do is, I can only be one part in it, so it's not necessarily mine. It's something I assisted in, and there was a writer and a director and all those things. But this is just all me, I'm with my own setup and my own stuff, and even I'm in, having a co-host would probably make it more successful and easier to talk about, but that's not necessarily the point. It's, it's, I guess on some level, I see myself as the kind of person who can have the Eli Farney show. And, what are you gonna do? For better or worse, you gotta believe in yourself, right? Here's the hard part about wanting to do something consistently, like creatively, like having a podcast. Life does not always line up with what I guess there's no need to go into detail, but somebody passed. And it's watching all the people around you hurt and suffer it affects you subconsciously, whether you know it or not, because I think I'm okay, and then when I really sit with the silence and get quiet, it's heavy. And I think that you or at least I tend to just emotionally invest in people, and kind of just bring on what they're feeling, whether intentionally or not intentionally. I can be that way when it comes to helping people or just being around people when they're really emotional. And I have to figure out a way to still regulate myself, like, for whatever reason, I felt this impulse while I was there that I didn't want to cry or show emotion. I wanted to stay strong. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's what I chose to do. I kind of limited that so that there would be at least someone who, is steady. And I think that's right. I mean, I think that that's okay. It's just part of growing up and being an adult is kind of just standing on your own 2 feet and being surprised you're standing up, I guess. It's kind of just getting out there and doing it. Even this even this podcast, I am experiencing some resistance and some shame, and part of me is thinking, oh, none of this is good, this isn't usable. But what are you gonna do if I'm gonna share and I'm gonna be honest? Then I'm gonna share and I'm gonna be honest, and they don't all have to be home dingers. they can it can be a lousy one if it really needs to be, but I don't think it will. I think we'll still find a couple of nuggets in there. What I think is an interesting concept is how truly can we connect right now. I'm talking to a camera lens, and yet theoretically someone will see this looking at them on their phone. And I just wonder, how much can I truly understand that, and how much can I truly connect to somebody? And if I did want to connect to somebody, then what would I want to say to them? Well, who's my audience? I've got kind of a wide range of people that care about me, that want to support me. And I'm myself looking for the through line that really makes the Eli Farney Show what it is and what I want it to be. And like I said, it continues to grow and change. But I think that in some ways we can never truly understand it. And so man, it's resistance. It's this is what it looks like, or this is what it feels like, I think. Am I making any sense? Am I just completely backpedaling, or are you just completely viewing my defense mechanisms? Humor, deflection. I'll title this one Not the Raw Eli. I'll title this one maybe The Real Eli. Or maybe something else. I'll think of something more clever. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Wednesday, and have a great day.